Okay, anyway, welcome to lesson 24 of Marketing 3, where we are going to be looking at the influence of personality on lifestyle. You know, before we look at the recap, something that we've just done now, do you think there's actually a link or a relationship between personality and lifestyle?
I think so. Yeah, I think so.
Okay. All right, we'll have a look on that throughout the course of this session. So we spoke about the nature of personality in the previous lesson. We spoke about the characteristics of personality, the theories of personality, especially the motivation. We spoke about the theory about the motivation, whereby you need to feed your ego, your id, your super ego. We spoke about the Freudian theory. We spoke about the neo-Freudian theory, which looks at social relationships. We spoke about the Gestalt theory, which looks at your brain and the experiences that you've had. Then we watched a video that provide expertise, insight on personality. It talks a lot about the introvert, the extrovert, and the very interesting thing, you know, that psychologists also spoke about sexual patterns in extroverted and introverted people. Did you get that?
Yes, I did.
So these are the things that us as marketers can also always look at and try to create the marketing messaging or marketing communications, even the channel that we select for marketing communication will be tailored on what we know about the personality of our audiences and that likelihood of getting our products. So we are going to look at the influence of personality on lifestyle. And of course, lifestyle itself has got an influence on consumption. We are going to look at the value of personality to marketers. We are going to talk about the self and the self concept, and we are going to look at the marketing concept behind DAV. So these are the terms that you are going to come across as this lesson progresses. We are going to look at lifestyle. We are going to look at customer demand, behavior, self-concept, and attitude. Are there words that you are not familiar with there?
I can't see the screen yet.
Pardon?
I can't see the screen yet. I don't know if you've put it up already.
Okay, let me. I actually forgot to share. My apologies about that.
Okay.
Can you see it now?
Yes.
Yeah, so we've got the concept of lifestyle, the concept of customer demand, behavior, self-concept, and attitude. Are you familiar with all those words? Okay. So, how does personality influence lifestyle? Any thoughts on that?
Yeah. It's a I don't know how to answer it, but personality does influence lifestyle. Um, for extroverts, like you would want to, like in the video, like they said, they would want to be like the life of the party, always going out, always talking to people, and yeah, things like that. With introverts, like you'd want to have your own space, like be in your field all the time, if that makes sense. Yeah.
Yes, it does make sense. So a generic definition of lifestyle is that Lifestyle is a style of living that reflects the attitudes and values of a person or a group. Then in marketing, lifestyle is the totality of the likes and dislikes of a person, of a particular section of the market, especially when expressed in terms of products and services that they would buy. A marketing strategy based on self-image of such a group. So you'd realize that people's style of their living is determined by the products that they use, as we spoke about the expensive cars and stuff like that. That's why you would hear people saying that you are not my type. As much as we have used this concept as being rude, as being arrogant, but it makes sense that someone would tell another person that you're not my type because you do not suit their personality, you do not suit their lifestyle. So if they force it and bring you in their life when they've told you that you're not my style, you realize that there will be many conflicts and tension because you're not the type. I don't know if I'm making any sense.
Yes,
The values and the ways of doing things will be completely different.
that's
So yes, there is a link between personality and lifestyle. And you can see the lifestyle of an extroverted person in comparison to a lifestyle of an introverted person.
true.
Then, if there is an influence of personality on lifestyle, how does lifestyle itself then influence consumer behavior?
Mm, I don't know. I don't know how to answer it.
Okay, I think I mentioned it before that the way, remember, lifestyle is your way of living.
Yes,
And your way of living is determined by the product that you consume. So we can see by the things that you consume that this is the way that you are living. For example, if you are someone with a high standard of living, we see that in the products that you consume and the services that you consume.
mm,
You'll be driving an expensive car, you'll be traveling, living in hotels and stuff like that. That determines your lifestyle and the product that you consume. Um, for example, if you have got an iPhone, that says something about your lifestyle. If you have got a Rolex watch, that says something about your lifestyle.
yes.
Yes, I know this can be debated. I've seen many debates on different stages. If you eat chicken legs, it also says something about your lifestyle. Is that true?
No, I don't think so.
Why is it not true? Now, remember, we are
Because
just engaging,
it's,
we are discussing here.
yeah, I feel
Mm.
like that's personal preference. It has nothing to do with lifestyle.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then I've seen several times on social media people asking others that if you become rich, what is it that you never stop eating? Then someone will say chicken feet.
Yes.
So, is that mean chicken feet has got an impact on someone's lifestyle that, if you have remember we spoke about the social class,
Yes.
right? So
Mhm.
if you are a family that is at the top of that pyramid of social class, I'm talking about rich people now.
Yeah.
Let's say people based in Sentin, can they eat chicken feet?
Yes, they can
Then why would they not find chicken feet at Checkers Sentin?
because they're not associated with high class people.
Mm. So you see now lifestyle and consumer behavior. So to see, there will be people who love chicken feet so much, and it has got nothing to do with their poverty or their wealth. They'll do whatever it takes to eat chicken feet, even if they're driving a Lamborghini.
Yep.
But they wouldn't find feet in their surroundings. You would actually see someone driving to Alex to get chicken feet. I do it myself. I would go to town CBD to eat in Hlogo, the cow's head,
Yes.
because where I am, I cannot find it.
Yeah.
So that has to do with my lifestyle. And if your lifestyle is reflected in the way you eat the inhlogo, it means even that inhlogo is not in your neighborhood, you would travel miles to get it.
Mm.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know it makes sense because there are people based in Soweto who would drive to Sentin to get things that fulfill their lifestyles.
Exactly.
Those things they cannot find in Soweto at Maponya Mall.
Mm.
Think about iStore, the service center for iPhone phones.
Yeah.
That it's not available anywhere in the country. There are specific areas, and now it's you are living, let's say, in Orange Grove. You've got an iPhone, but it's not in Orange Grove. So in order to maintain your lifestyle, you go to Sentin where iStore is to service your iPhone, and that iPhone shapes your lifestyle.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Now we move on. So lifestyle relates to how a person spends time and money, and the emphasis and importance she or he gives to certain aspects of life. That's a very good definition, I think, than the one that I provided before. How you spend your time and money. Lifestyle trends are constantly evolving, a fact that affects what and how marketers sell. Marketers can use classifications, and we can have a look at page 208, to construct strategic frameworks for marketing campaigns, both locally and globally. The value of personality to marketers. But before we go to the value of personality to marketers, I want us to go back to how lifestyle trends are constantly evolving, and this is also affects us marketers. Do you know a choker?
Choker.
Choker, those necklaces that were trending,
Yes. Yes. Yes.
that will put you on your neck.
Mm.
There was a time that those chokers were trending to an extent that it affected people's lifestyles. Do you agree with me?
It depends in what sense.
I mean, it became a fashion trend that it would be amazing for any woman to have it.
Yeah.
I remember I heard from someone saying that I don't like it, but I feel like I could try it on. So why do you have to try on something that you don't like?
Don't like. Yeah.
Okay. So that's how lifestyle, sometimes lifestyle is good, what we call fads or trends, something that is affecting your lifestyle now, it cannot affect your lifestyle in future.
True.
So it depends. It's something that is happening locally and globally. The value of personality to marketers. Marketers can use psychographic segmentation to demonstrate whether a particular attitude actually follows through with tangible behavior, which is personality. Consumers tend to buy products that will reflect, enhance, or even defend their personalities. Does that ring a bell to you? Buying a product that will reflect, enhance, or defend your personality. I remember I came across some people close to the fitting room at Mr. Price. I was also window shopping. And this boy was telling his mother after fitting a pair of pants, like, oh, mom, this is very strong, but I don't think it's going to suit my style.
Yeah,
Which makes sense.
it does.
So we do get products that have to be in collaboration, in a good combination with our personalities. In this way, consumers attach a certain symbolic meaning to some products, resulting in product image. The identification of personality variables that appear to be logically linked to product usage is likely to improve marketers' ability to segment markets, enable them to design specific products that will appeal to certain personality types, and create promotional strategies that will appeal to the personality characteristics of those existing target markets. Then we talk about self and self-concept. So you realize that when it comes to self and self-concept, is something that you think about yourself, even if it's completely different to something that is in reality. For example, someone would think that they are light, even if they stand in front of a mirror, they are convinced that they are light, but they are very dark. It's all in the mind. Some people convince themselves that they're intelligent, and even the way they talk, the way they do things, they will be telling themselves that they're intelligent. Some people actually convince themselves that they've got hips, they've got curves, but you can see them on the mirror that everything is straight. So that is all about what is in your mind. So it's self. It's the things that you think about yourself. And sometimes those things can be true, the image that you think about yourself, but sometimes you can also fool yourself, thinking that you are ugly, yet you are so beautiful, or vice versa. Thinking that you are beautiful, yet you are ugly. So, self-concept is the totality of thoughts, as I've said, is something that is all in your mind, which are thoughts, and the feeling, something that you feel. Sometimes you can be so short and so tiny, but in your feelings, you feel like you are the great bull. I've actually seen young men, thinking that they are a bull in the crow, but when you look at how tiny they are, and now everything that they do in life is determined by the way they feel about themselves. So if you feel like you are big, yet physically you are small, you challenge yourself to carry big things. You challenge yourself to do greater things because you feel like you're great. Does that make sense, Angel?
It does.
Okay. So you maintain these things because that's what you have told yourself in your mind, and that's what you feel. Then you've got attributes of self-concept that can be described in terms of the content, such as attractive appearance versus aptitude. I spoke about that. You think you are attractive, but hey, you are something else. Self-esteem, like this small-bodied man who think he has got a big body in his mind, so he's got a big esteem. The intensity the stability over time, and the accuracy, which is the degree to which self-assessment corresponds to reality. So here the accuracy will be like, you are very short and you are very tiny, but in your mind, you tell yourself that you are big. Then you lift up a big thing. Now, with that assessment, like, yeah, I told you guys I'm big. That's why I'm carrying big things. So there's accuracy in what you have in your thoughts and in what you are carrying in the physical life. So the implication of the different selves that a customer embodies is that marketers should target their products to consumers within the context of a particular self. That now makes sense, especially in the automobile industry. You know?
Yeah.
How people mirror their self-concept with driving a Polo or with driving a Fortuner or with driving a Lamborghini and so forth. People tend to buy products and patronize retailers with images of personalities that correspond to their own self-concept. Therefore, marketers can segment their products on the basis of relevant consumer self-concept and then position their products or stores as a symbol of such self-concept. That's how to see the store locators for different brands. Think about Checkers and where it is located. Think about Woolies and where it is located. Think about ShopRite and where it is located. You'd realize that the location of these products, it's all tailored to match people's self-concepts. And it can also evolve to such an extent that those shops can now be associated with people's specific self-concepts. For example, you think about ShopRite. ShopRite is always associated with grant money. Am I lying?
No.
But do you know that you can get grant money from other centers other than ShopRite?
Yes.
You see? So those are things that then it now becomes a narrative even in a consumer's minds.
Mm.
Let's look at self-concept with the advert for Dove. I hope you can see my screen.
Yes, I can.
All right, at least this is only 1 minute. It's taking a bit longer.
I wish I had straight hair.
Blonde hair would be nice.
I'd love to have freckles. They can make people just look really cute. I wish I was taller.
I wish I was shorter. I'm very tall for my age, and I feel really lanky and really tall and awkward.
I wish I was thinner.
I wish I was stronger to play more sports and be involved in more things.
I would like to have lighter skin. It looks, well, oh my God, this is so difficult, I'm sorry.
I would like to have darker skin. I have really pale skin, so it'll stick out.
Sometimes I wish I had blue eyes. Blue eyes would be nice. I'd like to have smaller breasts. I was the first girl in my class to get a bra. Just kind of want to fit in.
I think that I'd like to have curly hair.
I wish I had straight hair.
Did you get the gist of that?
Yes, I did.
Okay, let's look at the other video. Unfortunately, the video is no longer there. Okay, these are the things that you have heard in societies on several occasions. Sometimes you find someone who's very tall and they will say, I wish I was tall. Or something that you wish for is something that someone doesn't wish for, you know?
Yes.
So it's all about the self-concept, and it affects especially teenagers a lot.
It
Think
does.
about the six packs that people want to have. And all of a sudden you have got that pot belly that you are struggling to get rid of.
Yeah.
Think about, someone complaining about having small breasts, someone complaining about having too much breast, too big breast, all these things, having beards, I wish I had side beards, and it's always having something to do with people's bodies. People do not appreciate the bodies that they have.
Yes.
All right. So we are done with this lesson, and I hope you were able to realize the concept of personality and how personality can be suited with lifestyle.
Yes.
So this lesson enabled you to apply the dimensions of self-concept to yourself. You must be able to explain the influence of personality on lifestyle, and then explain the influence of personality to marketers, and discuss what is meant by the term self and self-concept. You should
Yeah.
now be able to apply your understanding of personality to a case study. Okay, are there any questions or any comments, any additions, or any subtractions?
No.
Okay, then we are going to do a practical exercise on personalities in the next lecture. Okay.